Hello, welcome to WG Content's Unscripted. Today we have Chris Pace. I just got to see Chris for what, 4 days in Vegas? How long were we there? Sometimes you don't know, is it
Uh,
a month or is it a day?
well, it was longer than my normal two midnight
Yeah,
rule that I have in Vegas. So four
yeah,
midnights is more than anyone needs in a calendar year, I think.
yeah. And we just got caught up on all things HCIC in Vegas, one of which was the shock our nervous systems took while we were in Vegas, as far as like the long days, the crazy nights, the smoky casino. So we survived and we are back to
We
work.
did.
So, um, I think most people will know Chris. You are very well, spoken in the industry. I know you had the stage at HCIC, but formerly your title is VP Healthcare Industry at SearchStax. You've got decades of experience in the industry. I know you've been at Banner Health, Dignity Health, leading digital strategy. So excited to share these 15 minutes with you where we get to know you personally versus professionally. All the really fun childhood questions and favorite foods. Are you ready?
All right, let's get into
Yeah,
it.
you're into it, right? All right,
Yes.
let's go. This is where I just pick random questions off of the desk here. What's the most memorable trip you've ever taken?
Okay, so when I turned 40, my wife, who we were just dating at the time, we went to Costa Rica, and it was
Oh,
the first time I had left North America,
yeah.
because that is Central America. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
I always get
Yeah.
mixed up like where that fits, but I had this terrifying fear of being consumed by monkeys in the jungle. This is like one of my
Yeah.
intrusive thoughts, and so.
Yeah.
One time we were hiking on top of this hill, and all of a sudden I heard all this what sounded like barking dogs, but it turned out it was howler monkeys, and I had a
Wow.
a, a little bit of a moment, but
Yeah.
otherwise it nothing happened. Everything was great. I learned how to relax. I was going through cognitive behavioral therapy at the time, so I applied all my
Good for
techniques
you.
to the trip and
Yeah.
had a blast. And
Yeah.
we'll always remember turning 40. And
Yeah.
now I
That's
turn 50 next year, so we'll
okay.
see if we can match that
Yeah. Yeah.
experience.
I've never been to Costa Rica, but whenever people talk about Costa Rica, like I picture the monkeys and of course the jungles and
Yes.
everything. But I feel like everyone that goes to Costa Rica zip lines. Did you zip line?
Oh no, because
Why? I feel like that's like
I'm
what
a
people.
hypochondriac.
Oh,
There's heights involved, there's speed involved. I'm afraid of getting
okay.
hurt. So yeah,
Yeah. So you were like beach bound and relaxed, read some books, did that's
yeah. I did
vacation.
get my first ever massage on that trip,
Oh,
and
okay.
the masseuse told me to shut up. So that
Oh,
was a
really?
yeah. I don't know if anyone's ever had that experience where they talked so much that their masseuse
Yeah.
told them to be quiet, but I didn't know what to do. I was just like a nervous wreck,
Yeah.
and then I eventually fell asleep in the process. So
Yeah. I I
I'm a
can
mess.
appreciate that. I do think that like getting massages takes practice. Like being able to really relax and be in that experience. It takes practice. Like the first
Yeah,
couple of times it's super hard.
you can
Yeah.
become skilled at it. So and you can also suck at it
Yeah, I think
as
that's
a
very true.
recipient of a
Yeah.
massage.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, you just got to do more. All right. So
Yeah, clearly.
what's a hobby or an interest that most people wouldn't guess about you?
Oh man. Well, uh, I like to. I mean, golf's so obvious because I'm a white guy. So I mean, how would
Well, you
you
were
not
swinging that
guess that?
club at the at Shishmid at that happy hour.
That's right.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the thing that would probably be unexpected about golf, because, again, I'm a middle-aged white male, so that's the core demographic. But I've been playing since I was 9 years old. Um,
Okay.
I'm okay
Yeah.
at it. I'm pretty good. I can hold my own. But the interesting thing is, I live in Arizona where
Yeah.
golf is quite accessible from a frequency perspective,
Mm-hmm.
days of
Mm-hmm.
year, number
Mm-hmm.
of courses,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard because it's expensive. So I will play in the summer when no one's around, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it's 110, and it's
And
fine.
like you
It
don't
doesn't
mind
bother me.
that?
Nope, nope.
Oh, wow.
And I think because living in Arizona for a long time, you get adapted
Let's do it.
to the
Yeah.
weather, and you just know like shade as often as possible, consume a ton of water as often as
Yeah.
possible, and sunscreen SPF up because
Yeah.
I mean my pale
Yeah.
Boston-based skin cannot handle that UV. We have UV 13 days. I didn't know that existed, but yeah,
That's
it's
so
it's
crazy.
wild.
So I'm surprised. I feel like Reba shared with me when you guys were together
Mhm.
pitching a presentation that she learned you were a big Dave Matthews fan.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
so something that we wouldn't know about you is like how many Dave Matthews concerts have you been to?
Yeah.
No? I
Um,
mean, is this like a thing, right? Like this is a real passion of yours.
it is. Yeah, and it's a recent passion.
Oh, okay.
So there are people that have been to hundreds of Dave
Yeah.
shows. I'm
Okay.
not in that
Okay.
category. However, I went to six this year,
Oh,
and
wow.
um and I've been to 18 in my career since 2021. So that's how
That's a
recent
lot.
this obsession is. Yeah, and because of where I live, Dave is a predominantly East Coast fan base,
Mm-hmm.
especially the Southeast. And
Mm-hmm.
so when my wife and I go to shows, we have to travel to get to them. And I've reached a point in my life where inconvenience is not part of my plan. So
Yeah. I can appreciate that.
we invest more money than we should in this,
And
including
traveling
our
around to kind of like,
accommodations.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not like van lifing this nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm first class. Using the Bonvoy points everywhere I go, and
Well, good for you.
yeah.
So
So it's
where was
fun.
your favorite venue that you saw him? Like, have you seen him at like a place like Red Rocks or anything like that?
No, that's bucket list. So next year
Okay.
I hope to get to the Gorge
Okay.
in Washington State. But
Okay.
thus far, I would say Charleston, South Carolina was fun
Okay.
because we brought our kids with us and they got
Oh,
to
that's
experience
fun.
their
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
So that was great. And then Mountain View Amphitheater in California, right near the
Mhm.
Google headquarters, is weather A plus and just the
Yeah.
vibe. It was so good.
Yeah.
So I would say
Yeah.
that one was my favorite, at
I
least
went to
this
one
year.
a Dave Matthews concert recently, like in the last couple of years, and he played all this like new music. And I was like, come on, like
Yes.
I'm a 90s, like I need the old stuff, right? Like that's what I remember. So
A lot of
it's
people
still
complain
great,
about
but
that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was just up there jamming for 2 hours.
Oh,
All
so
right,
good.
next question. What's a piece of advice that stuck with you?
So, um, I would say that, it's around, when you make others look good, you look good. I mean, we
Mhm.
all want to shine and stand out. But what I've found is that I I tend to try to shine the light on as many people as I possibly can so
Yeah,
that they can sort of rise. And I think that's why I've gotten to know so many people in the
yeah,
industry because
yeah,
the healthcare just has that unique space
mhm,
where that is actually the currency of
yeah,
of connection.
yeah,
And I had a leader actually tell me that she's like, you can meet all your goals in your career, but you want to make sure that the body count that you leave behind is as low as possible in hitting those goals. And I just like sharing in
yeah,
in those experiences and making sure that everybody gets
yeah,
more than the more attention than what's
yeah,
delivered to me, because
yeah,
I have a lot of opportunities in my life and I'm very grateful. And so
yeah.
but I
No, I
like
think that's
I
great.
like it when seeing others shine.
Yeah, no, and I think that also too, that and can trust that it goes full circle all the time, right? It's always like, someone said a long time ago, like to have good friends, you have to be a good friend, and
Absolutely.
so it does start with you and like what does that look like and what does that take and just making sure that you always lead with that sort of intention first, and how
Yep.
that comes around. All right, what is something on your someday list that you're determined to do?
Um, well, I think I mentioned that, my Costa Rica trip was the first time I'd left North America. So I do need to get off this continent and get to see other things. So high on my list is Australia, New Zealand. I'm obsessed, and
Yeah.
and then second, close second is China. I
Uh,
must see
yeah.
China because it feels like they're living in 30, 35 there, and
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
big tech nerd, and
Yeah.
so that whole vibe would be
Yeah.
something that I would just be obsessed with.
Have you ever met or know Carolina Anthony at Advent Health? So she was just on the last Unscripted. Go back and
Oh, okay,
if you want to, or if you have
yeah,
talked to. Anyway, she was talking about she's been to 44 countries. And I asked, well, which was your favorite? Obviously, that's so hard to answer, right? But she talked about
yes,
Japan. So you mentioned China, but she said Japan was from a cultural perspective, her favorite because they live in the future. Just how you were
yes,
describing that too. So there is something appealing about that, that's so different from what our current, environment is. Although I do feel like we are living in the future sometimes.
yes,
You
for
know.
sure.
All right, what's your favorite TV show or movie right now? I have so many. It's hard. I feel
Oh
like there's so
man.
much content out there. It's hard to know.
Yeah, there's a show on Apple TV called Last Frontier,
Oh, I
and
haven't watched that one.
it's kind of like if you remember the movie Con Air with Nicolas Cage, where he's like on
Yes.
this
Yeah.
plane, and
Yeah.
so
I
that's
love
kind of the
Nicolas Cage.
premise. This
Okay.
transport plane's taking these criminals. It crashes in Alaska, and it's this whole story about this manhunt that they're trying to find this like supermax criminal, and I don't want to give too much away, but Apple TV in general, like
They've
they
got great
produce such
stuff.
high
Yeah.
quality stuff,
Yeah.
and I mean
Yeah.
this one is right up there.
Is it a movie or is it a series?
It's a series, yeah. So
Okay.
episodes are released weekly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. We just started The Diplomat. I,
Oh, excellent show.
yeah, I've
Carrie
heard that's
Russell
really
is one of
good.
my
Yeah.
favorite
Just a few
actresses.
just a few episodes in. So, all right, last question, and then we're going to do some fun this or that. So, do you
All right,
collect anything?
Dave Matthews
There you go.
show posters.
Yeah.
We have walls of Dave in our house.
Yeah.
So and if I was at my home office, there's a shadow box that sits above my shoulder that my wife made for me. And we just went to Charlottesville, Virginia for
Yeah.
well, he had a show in Richmond, but we went to Charlottesville and we went to Dave's winery called
Oh,
Blenheim Vineyards and
okay.
collected a couple like niche things there
Yeah.
that are super cool. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Dave Matthews merch is a
So, do you
big
have it like
obsession.
in a room in your house? Like, where is everything in like one spot, or is it kind of all over?
Well, we started in this one hallway because
Okay.
we have 5 kids, so like our house is
Yeah.
obnoxiously big, and um, because we blended households in
Okay.
2018, and so we want to make sure each kid had their own
Yeah.
bedroom in order to
Yeah.
make this work. And we're 8 years into the experiment and it's still working. So,
Good. Good.
anyway, on this one hallway, we started with the posters, and they're all framed. But then we started running out of room, and so we have this other like loft that my wife likes to re decorate quite often. So we decided we're turning that loft from a craft loft when the kids were
Okay.
younger to now it's more of like a hangout room, but we wanted
Okay.
to have another
Yeah.
space for our posters. So
Yeah.
now we have this whole wall there. So we have 18
Okay.
posters
Yeah.
scattered around those two
Yeah.
spots.
I think that's a cool thing to collect because that's about experiences too. Like you've been to all these
Yeah.
places, so that's
Well,
neat.
and they're numbered too, so they are rare, and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
they're collector's items. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Very cool. All right. So it is not close. It's what a week. Thanksgiving's about 2 weeks away, I guess now. But I think this
yep.
is actually going to be published maybe the week of Thanksgiving. So we're going to go this or that Thanksgiving style.
All right,
Okay, here we go. Do you, let's see. No, I don't want that one. Okay. Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie?
pumpkin pie,
Stuffing inside the turkey or cooked separately?
cooked separately.
Yeah, I agree with that. Do you prefer to watch the parade or watch football?
Football,
Who's your team?
New England Patriots.
Oh yeah, really? So you
Yeah,
did you
because
grow up on the East Coast?
I was born in Maine, and my
Oh, you were
parents are
born in
both
Maine. Okay.
Boston natives. So I lived for the first part of my life in like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and then I moved to South Carolina for middle school and high school, and then moved to
Yeah.
Arizona to go to college, and then I've been
You've
there
just been
ever
all
since.
over. Yeah. And home
Yeah,
is Arizona now, right? I mean, you were
it
saying,
is. Yeah,
yeah.
I've lived there 30 years this year.
Oh,
So
that's how long you've
yeah,
been there.
yeah.
All right. Let's do two more.
Okay.
All right. These are so, I don't, this is like where Chat GPT, you're like, okay, so this is the question. Would you
All
rather
right.
have a turkey that can talk or a squirrel that can sing?
Not to consume though at the end, right? Like
No, I guess
we're
this is
just
just like
we've
maybe
already personified these things. So
let's pretend these are guests at our Thanksgiving dinner. Do you want to have a
okay.
turkey that can talk or a squirrel that can sing?
Squirrel who could sing 100%. Turkeys are weird looking.
I
So
know.
I squirrels are cute. So I picked the singing squirrel.
That's so random. Yeah. Okay. Would you this we'll just do another funny one. These are so funny. Would you rather have stuffing for hair or mashed potatoes for legs?
Well, I mean, anything to help the hair follicles
Well, mashed
regenerate.
potato legs, you can't even walk around. I mean, we'd
Yeah, I
have
mean,
to
you
have
might as well
stuffing
not
for
have legs
hair.
at all. Right.
I mean,
Yeah. So
it's just,
stuffing for hair, clearly. Yeah.
yeah.
And actually it might match the trend of like the
Oh,
boys with
like
the broccoli haircuts. So
yes,
I could actually pull that
yes,
off now.
yes.
Yeah.
Good point. All the young boys with their messy hair in
The
the front.
mops.
Yeah, it's so true. All right. Well, last question. What's bringing you joy these days? We covered golf
I
and Dave Matthews, so let's go something
yeah.
different.
Um well, I'm new to this side of work now.
Mhm.
Working on sort of that vendor side, and I'm having a hell of a lot of fun doing it. And so I don't know. I have no bad days. I have this mantra like tomorrow is always better than today. So, um I just am always looking forward to connecting with people, and I enjoy the holidays because it's a time to slow down and pause. And
Mhm.
so I mean it's just like kind of this collective.
Yeah,
I've loved the 40s. Like I think this
yeah,
is my favorite decade
yeah,
of life.
yeah,
And I'm not that I'm excited about getting older, but I'm excited to see what the
yeah,
50s bring, because it's
yeah.
just going to be another period of growth and new connections. So
Yeah.
um
So
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
this
brings me
stage of
joy.
life is good. And I think
I
that
love it.
and we all
I'm
appreciate,
luckier than I deserve for sure, but
well, you've
I
earned
like to
it.
live every moment.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you and everything you're doing. And it's been really fun spending this time with you and getting to know you better. I've learned a lot of things about you. So,
Well, now when Dave, because I know Dave played in Cincy this year.
yeah.
Next time, I'm
Yeah.
coming that
Will you
way, and we're gonna
please?
hang.
Yes. Let's do it for sure. All right. Appreciate you. See ya.
All right, thank you.
Bye.